The Dīzerukata Syndicate has its origins in the mining business. Where their primary source of income was once fossil fuels, though, they have greatly expanded their product over the years, and they are just as eager to expand their territories, hence their frequent requests for litigation. They adorn themselves in elaborate armor, made of gold fragments, showcasing the riches of the royal family, while they care very little for the well-being of their own people. Lord Dīzerukata and his human ancestors come from a royal bloodline that can be traced as far back as the emperors that had once ruled on Earth centuries ago. However, even the Dīzerukata were driven from that world, as were many others. The Dīzerukata Syndicate relies on its cultural heritage to draw in more humans, giving them something to identify with. The humans are a lost race. They are forced to occupy and inhabit alien worlds and adjust to unknown ideologies. It is no surprise that they yearn for a sense of family. Although it is quite disheartening, knowing they gravitate towards the poisonous and misguided belonging that the Dīzerukata have to offer. On a more positive note, I have seen an increase in human recruits within my litigation. Although my path is not of the righteous per se, it does give them a more enlightened role in society. You see, I'm concerned with perspective. If I can manage to convince a citizen to join me, perhaps it gives them a purpose that encourages peace and order, rather than corruption and misconduct. However, I understand I am overflowing with bias. But I would like to think that I am doing the best I can to stitch the galaxy back together. I fear I'm getting off topic. Lately, the Dīzerukata have shifted their focus to gas giants. By utilizing the conductive properties of a substance known as metallic hydrogen, they can power their mining facilities, which are ran by the Epleusiar. And these Epleusiar seem to be drifting aimlessly, living in floating cities, waiting for nothing except their own demise. And sadly, the usage of metallic hydrogen has done very little to replace manual labor. If anything, it has increased the demand for it. But the plight of the Epleusiar extends far beyond the reign of the Dīzerukata. They are eternally enslaved to the entirety of the span. Their only flaw seems to be their non-violent ideologies. To the public, the Epleusiar are merely adhering to their own natural order. Their race places a heavy emphasis on the caste system, which is exploited by the lords. From a medical perspective, their rough exoskeleton and adaptable physiology makes them as durable as ever. From a psychological perspective, however, their peaceful nature makes them quite gullible. Arguably the perfect labor force. Their entire species utilizes titles instead of proper names. That's quite a curious thing. One would think that they would have a long history of power-hungry fools, even within their own race. Yet they are all pure of heart. The first race to have never went to war. As shocking as that is, such a revelation seems impossible within our galaxy, within our existence. Yet, they are untouched, uncorrupted by the evil that plagues the entire span. And I have yet to understand it. They resist the lords occasionally, but only non-verbally. However, diplomacy carries little weight without an army to reinforce your words. and in the many years that the Epleusiar have been indentured to the Syndicates, there has never been one revolt. As much as I would like to say that I support the nonviolent path, perhaps if they would have fought back at some point, there wouldn't be a sustainable economy holding this band together. No lords, no litigation, and no me. And perhaps I would have preferred that.